Welcome to another episode of Lunch with the Shark. Join us as we dive deep into discussions about business, accounting, and finance to help you build a business that thrives. Now sit back and have a bite with your host, the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to a new edition of Lunch with the Shark. I'm just fixing here my hair. I am your host, Vidal, the Shark CFO Espinosa. I am really happy to be here with you on this Friday afternoon. Thank God it's Friday, TGIF. To everyone, why are you laughing, Jeffrey James? Somebody here is laughing at me. Oh, look who we have in the back. Captain Crunch, do you want to co-host today with us? Come. Look, there he comes. There he is. He's been very friendly this morning. He loves my mom actually fed him fruits, and because she prepared for herself a fruit salad. And guess what? Grandma has to spoil every single grandchild, and she spoils Captain Crunch. I have no idea. He has it very good. And yes, he had a fruit salad this morning. He loves fruit. He loves human food. Who doesn't? But we take very good care of Captain Crunch, and he's been very spoiled this morning by Grandma. So thank God it's Friday. In the U.S., people who saw the debate, it was, I don't know how to describe the debate yesterday. One thing I need to say is that it was much better than the first one. It was more civilized. No candidate, neither the Democrats nor the Republicans, I'm not going to name them, proposed or offer any solutions to any of the issues that we have. None whatsoever. Like, none of them. Neither. Zero. Each of them threw shit at each other to its fullest potential, and I thought that they could have thrown more shit at each other. One was just rumbling stupid stuff, and the other one was like picking to see what else he can get out of this other candidate. It's a circus. A circus. If I don't know, like, it's a circus. I already voted. I am not going to change my vote, nor I would. But damn, politics have gone to its lowest of the lowest in history. No proposals, no set or firm solutions, but Jeffrey's 100% right in this case. The federal government does not affect my day-to-day life. Period. They don't. At least in California, I am more concerned about my stupid governor, that he's really stupid, and it affects us. It affects our day-to-day life. But federally, really, dude, come on. We pay taxes once a year. Yes, we have federal taxes withhold from our payrolls, but which country doesn't? And it doesn't affect me. It does not affect my day-to-day life. It doesn't affect my anything. So we shouldn't be worried. We shouldn't be concerned. We should be more worried and concerned, really, as to what they're going to do or not going to do. But they don't affect my life. They don't affect your life either. So it's a circus. It was funny. It was more civilized, though. And unfortunately, for those who don't like Donald Trump, I feel, not because I sympathize with his party. Mind you, sometimes I don't sympathize with him. Sometimes I think, like, dude, you should just keep quiet. Like yesterday, overall, it's my personal belief that he seemed more presidential than Joe Biden. So that's my own interpretation, but neither of them options to any issues, immigration solutions non-existent. Joe Biden, I am so sorry, dude, but you threw under the bus your former boss. You actually pointed the finger of lack of action somebody else. I was not the president. I was only the vice president. Dude, you don't throw the under the bus your boss, dude. Like, you don't do that. You don't throw under the bus people. You don't do that. Like, and because you were asked to join his ticket as the vice president. You threw under the bus that guy. It's like, you don't do that. You don't do that. You just keep quiet and find another person to blame, or you find another solution. He seemed like a true politician trying to steer the debate towards, like, this is this, da da da. He was called out, but it's a circus. It's a circus, and this is going to open up for today's topic. Not that exiting your own business or your own company, it's a circus, but it's a theatrical production. Actually, the process of selling something, it's a theatrical production. Whomever doesn't like Disneyland or Walt Disney, because it's like just a production, that's what it is. It's a production. They're actually selling you experiences under a theatrical production. That's it. Disney, it's in the business of offering experience. No, they're not in the travel industry. No, they're not the whole hospitality industry or the theater industry, the movie industry. No, they are in the experience industry. They offer you experiences. And that's what we need to value that. We need to value the experiences that they offer you. Okay? So that's what they're in the business that they are. And everything is a production. Everything. When you're offering or you're presenting a proposal, when you're offering a service, when you're selling a product, it's a production, right? So this week, we have been talking about the future planning of your business, which is a production. We have explained that you need to plan to exit the business to truly make sure the business keeps functioning. Oh, sorry. I forgot. Miguel Angel, happy Doctor's Day in Mexico. And to every doctor out there in Mexico, thank you for keeping us safe. Thank you for treating us. Thank you for giving us medication and all that. Happy Doctor's Day, Miguel Angel. To everybody that I know, mi tío Coqui. Who else? I don't know who else. Other doctors. Any doctor. Every doctor that treats my mom, family, my friends. Thank you. And thank you, doctors. Thank you for having decided to be doctors. So we've been talking about the strategies. How do I sell my business to my employees? How to create an exit strategy? When should I create an exit strategy? Why should I have an exit strategy from the get-go? How? Because most of us don't think our business are going to be forever and ever. Like, how do I personally exit the company? Do I give it to my brother? Do I give it to my son? Do I give it to who? Who do I give it to? Right? Believe it or not, most owners do absolutely nothing to consider or create a plan and systematically move towards the all-important goal of financial security. Why? Our four most common excuses owners use to justify delaying and eventually ignoring an exit plan. Excuse number one: let me turn off my phone. I apologize. I usually do that prior to going on the air. So, excuse one, the business isn't worth enough to meet my financial needs. When it is, I'll think about leaving. This morning, I had been doing some research for a business proposal that I'm preparing, and I found a phrase that is very true. And I knew the concept, I knew the idea, we plan around it. And most of the times, if you have developed a system, okay, as a business owner, you don't consider that an asset because most of us are used to knowing having an asset that we can touch, like are my personal assets, my personal belongings. Like this is something that I can tag, a car, a building, my office equipment that I can touch. It's palpable, it's touchable. But something that I don't see, I don't value. Most companies, if not all, their intangible assets, which is their patents, their trade names, their knowledge, their know-how, their systems, their procedures, are more valuable than your assets, your fixed assets, whatever you can touch. They're more valuable. They have more value. Who values those? And there's an amazing tax strategy behind that. And nobody does it. Well, except us. We do offer that to our clients. Remember, intangible asset tax planning, it's an amazing way to minimize your tax implications. So there it is. If you think that your company has very little assets, it's time for you to look into that. So I have demystified your first excuse. Second excuse, I will be required to work for a new owner for years. No, you don't. Why would you be required to owner for years to come until you retire? It does not happen unless you plan it like that. Unless you keep yourself in the company, because what? Every single client that you have are there in the company or in the firm because of you. Then therefore, we go back to you don't have a business. You're self-employed, which is different than having a business. Okay? Number 3, I don't need to plan. When the business is ready, a buyer will find me. Bullshit. I call bullshit on that. That means that you don't have a business. That means that there's no systems. That means that there's no process. That means that there's a whole mess in your company or in what you call your company. No one is going to find you because of that. Nobody. Okay? You must position your company. You must position the business to be found. Oh, I am the best accountant in the whole world. You're not, first of all. Maybe you're the best accountant in San Diego, but not because of that. You're going to be immediately thought about, oh, let me call him because I'm going to buy the best accounting firm in San Diego. No, you're not. I am not going to call you because you're the best accounting firm in San Diego. Because it might be that you personally are the best accounting firm in San Diego. So what I'll do is I'll call you and hire you. Right? Number 4, this business is my life. I can't imagine my life without it. Again, I call bullshit. Because that's an excuse of you not wanting to retire. That's an excuse that that's actually a validation that you're self-employed, that you don't have a business. You have an employment, right? You employ yourself. Or you have problems in your house, there's household issues, you don't want to be with your wife, husband, partner, whatever it is. You don't want to be around your family or your kids, and you want to spend more time in the office or things like that. Right? So I just call bullshit on those 4 excuses. You probably are thinking, I'm never going to leave my business. But here are some signs that you may want to consider exiting your business. Number one, and this is really, really, really true. Your dreams have stopped. Your dreams in why you opened the business are no longer motivating you. That's why I've said multiple times to step back, regroup, decompress, purge, okay? Stop thinking about your business. A business has to be treated like your personal relationship. Your personal relationship must be worked at every single one. You need to work on it, right? Like you need to keep the fire going. What happens when you light your chimney? Unless it's a dual chimney, and unless it's a gas chimney, okay, or fireplace, if you use logs, you need to be replenishing the logs to keep on going the fire. Okay, so it's the business as well. If you don't replenish those logs in your fires, the fire is going to die. And that's what happens in your business. Sometimes you keep throwing logs because you're just grasping and hoping it continues lighting the fire and it keeps the heat going, but you have no more passion. There's no more dreams. You're set. You're like plateau. That's it. You plateau. Unless you reset, there's a new dream coming. But sometimes the only way to reset is to let go and find a new dream. That's the right moment to sell. Now, the right moment to sell is not when you need to sell, because people smell. People can sense the urgency of you wanting to exit your business because there might be a problem. Okay? So beware, be very cautious. Number two, and this is also true, your body never lies. If you have aches and pains, you might be holding in frustrations from your business. If you can't sleep at night, if you're just tossing and turning, if you are kept awake at night because you're thinking of your problems in your business, what I'm going to do, how am I going to do it, blah, 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 and all nice and fun stuff, it's time for you to let go. Now, beware, because sometimes it's easier to let go of some of your clients or some of your team members than letting go of your business. But if it's an overall sensation, dude, just let go. Let go. Nobody's going to think less of you. Nobody's going to think worse of you. They already do. And this morning, I had a conversation with a dear friend of mine. And we were talking about this, and we were talking and discussing, not discussing, we were just chit-chatting about somebody. And I said, he said, you know what? He can do much more, and people think less about him. And I immediately said, you know what? Who doesn't? Everybody thinks less about everybody. If you're successful, everybody's going to talk shit about you. The problem here is if you let that shit affects you personally. Because everybody talks shit about me. Everybody talks shit about you, whether you like it or not. Everybody talks shit about everybody that is successful, right? The thing is, if it affects you, I can care less if you talk shit about me or not. You don't feed me. You don't solve my problems. I don't care. I actually appreciate you talking shit about me. I really do. Because that means that I'm part of your life. I'm important. I don't even know your existence. I don't even care of your existence. And I appreciate you talking shit about me. Because I'm doing something. Something right or something wrong. I'm doing something that you're not doing. Plain and simple. That's my belief. That's how I think. And I said a quote to him that I must have come out of with it or not. I said, nothing, listen to this. Nothing is about you. Nothing is personal, but everything is about you. Just think about that. Nothing is personal, but everything's about you. Nothing is personal, but everything's about you. So when your body tells you, learn to read those body signs, body signals. Aches and pains might be coming from your business. And most certain, they are coming from your business. So it's time to let go. Again, people are talking shit about you already, so you don't need to be worried about what they're going to say if you're close or sell your business. Move on to the next venture. Move on to the next stage of your life. I actually prepare most of the business proposals for our clients and possible clients, and everything is stated and quoted in phases. Life has phases. Your business has phases. So your business strategy, structure, and ongoing system has to be on phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Your personal relationships. There's the phase of you get to know the person. They get you ask them to be your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and then you get engaged, and then you get married, and so more. It's phases. So learn to read those phases. Number 3, you're done. You're just simply done. You don't want to deal with anything in your business. You're like fed up. You're like, fuck, I am so done with this that I need to move on. Now, nobody's going to tell you you're done. Exactly how I said it on my TED Talk. Hey, nobody told me that I hit it rock. It's all up to you to make that determination. It's all up to you to make sure that you read the signs. Okay? Like Captain Crunch. He's all done. Look at him. He said, I don't want to be in the show, but I want to be asleep. He's all done. Like, you need to learn and to identify that if you're done, you're done. Really. There's nothing that you're going to be able to do to get out of that plateau. Sell. Don't close your business. Sell. There's a lot of things that can be salvageable. Sell. Number 4, my money just isn't there. The money just isn't there. You're not making money and keep putting money into the business. If you keep putting money in the business, you're full of ego. You just want to make this business work because of your ego, because of what people are going to say. Dude, it's your money. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, but don't throw good money to a dying business or to something that it's not your passion or to something that it's not making you happy every day. Just don't. Please. Number 5, you don't like your customers. If you don't like your customers anymore, it's time to move on. It's because you're fed up. It's because you haven't found the right customers, because you haven't pinpointed who's your ideal customers. And it's that quick fix, but at that point, if your customers are being a pain in the butt for you in your mind, then move on. Don't just be there because the money is not even coming, because you are disliking. Might be providing stress. You might not think so, but you might be not coming across professional. You might not be coming across courteous because you're just fed up. You just dislike them. And it's very obvious. If you think it's not obvious, it is very obvious. And let's just do an exercise. Whenever you go to a restaurant and somebody's having a bad day, it's very noticeable and you get very lousy service compared to bad service. You get a phase, you get a like, whatever. Like, it's very noticeable when somebody's having a bad day versus being a bad waiter or waitress. It's very noticeable. So if you think that it's not noticeable, it is. Even when you're on the phone and you're not smiling, it's noticeable. Okay? So if you can't change your mind, and as Tony says, change your expectations for appreciations, it's very, very simple. It's very, very easy. It actually works. It actually works. And I did it with Jeff last week. And I actually said, you know what, change this. Like, figure it, like see it on another perspective. See it through another lens. Like, dude, do this. Like, this is not something that this person can control. He's just relaying the message. Okay? So if you change that mentality from this individual is just relaying a message from the seller, okay? That changes everything and makes your life a little bit more bearable. It makes your life a little bit easier. He immediately changed that and he said, yeah, it doesn't change the fact that I don't like that individual, but it actually helped. So he changed his mindset. He changed it from expectations to appreciations on a sense, and it's more bearable. Okay? It makes life more easy. So do that. It's simple. It's simple if you have a strong mindset. It's simple. Try it. Try it. As with any relationship, you should try and leave in the best terms possible. Don't burn bridges. Okay? Even if you're biting your tongue, don't burn bridges. I've learned it later on my life. I've burned so many bridges, unfortunately, and to a point, yes, I'm okay with it. But don't burn bridges. Try to end everything in good terms. Everything. If it's possible. And most of the times it is possible. You have to be just polite, political. Just be like any politician. It's very simple. Very, very simple. Just look at the news and just try to be like a politician. Don't be hypocrite. Just be a politician. Yeah. Here are a few tips. Try and keep your reputation intact. First of all, plan your departure as far ahead as you can. So simple, so simple. I sound like Donald Trump. So simple. It's very simple. Just plan. Plan everything. Like, if you plan your vacations, you're going to go plan. If you plan your retirement, if you plan your exit, if you plan on selling your business 3 years from today, everything is going to pan out so perfect. Everything is going to pan out and be so all right, because you're going to even plan your going away party, your farewell party. It might not be selling your company party. It might be your retirement planning. And then you can come out of retirement if you have another business down the line. What do most artists, singers do? Whenever their bank account is going under a certain amount, they come out of retirement. They have their comeback farewell tour. Just look at Cher. She's come back 20 times and she's already retired 20 times. So just do that. Number 2, write down everything that you do. Just write it down, and you can actually write your memoirs. Write it down. Write everything you do, and then duplicate it once you retire or sell this business. Start transferring responsibilities. If you are a micromanager, this is actually a really good exercise. Start transferring responsibilities that do not generate dineros. And please, micromanagers, you know who you are. Do the list of everything you do everything you do. Even I go to the bathroom, I come out, wash my hands. After washing my hands, I have lunch or whatever. Just like that specific. And write a dollar symbol right next to what generates you money and an X on what does not generate you money. And start delegating those responsibilities to people that you pay, to your assistant, to a virtual assistant, to your whomever. Okay? And that's actually a way of planning. That's actually a way of starting, okay, to plan if you care about your reputation. Who doesn't? Everybody cares about their reputation, but this is going to help you ease also with that pain. And then, last one, leave when you are supposed to. When am I supposed to? When everything in that list, when everything on your exit strategy plan has been checkmarked. And then you have my blessing to leave. That's simple. Isn't it simple? Everything, if you planned, you don't need to create a major, big, humongous 100 million pages plan. You don't need 100 million pages plan. You need a 5 pages plan at the most, right? But also you need to get consultants. You need an attorney. You need a trust attorney. You need a estate planning attorney. You need an exit corporate attorney, because you're probably going to be selling your company as a whole, or maybe you're going to separate it and sell assets here and there and things like that. So you need advisors. You need a tax planner. Okay, Google doesn't provide you that. Please don't use Google for that. Don't use templates for that. We are very grateful to all of that have liked our Facebook page, but now we are going to ask if you can share it with your friends. Please. It is really easy to do. Jesus, take the wheel and play the video. Under the blue Book Now button, you will see 3 little dots. Click the 3 little dots and select Share. Wait until the Create Post pop-up appears and type in what you would like to say about our Facebook page, and then click Post. I don't really care if you say good things, bad things, at least say something about us. This will share our Facebook page with your friends. We thank you for doing this. We appreciate doing this. And if we get any referrals from those shares, you're in for a treat. And it's Friday, and we're going to make this quote very light. And it comes from William Bill Durant, who was a leading pioneer of the United States automobile industry. And he said, forget past mistakes, forget failure, forget everything except what you're going to do now, and do it. Wise words. Well, it's been great seeing you this week. It's been great talking to you. I really appreciate you seeing us. Have an amazing weekend. Enjoy this fall weekend. Relax, decompress. Be with your family. Be present. Be with yourself. Bon appetit. Ciao.
Thank you for listening to Lunch with a Shark. If you would like to set up a consultation with the Shark CFO, Vidal Espinosa, visit his website www.invictus-advisors.com, and don't forget to subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn.